What's up, friend, and welcome back to another Spider-Man or Through the Omen Path standard video. And today we're going to have a look at another deck list to come out of that No-Vivi tournament that took place a couple of days ago. In yesterday's video, we checked out the winner of the tournament, which was Jeskai Oculus. And in this video, we are checking out the spiciest deck list to come out of that tournament, which is Mono White Auras. Not only is this the spiciest deck to come out of the tournament, but it's also incredibly budget friendly. There's only 8 rares in here. On paper, it's about $40 to $50. And on Arena, you need 8 rares in the main board in order to make it work. And then I still think there are cheaper substitutions to make for the expensive cards and the rares. Now, this deck wasn't just incredibly budget friendly, it's also incredibly strong. It had a 9-2 record here, as you can see on Untapped, which absolutely blew me away. Like, I wasn't expecting that much, but this is a really great record for such a simple deck list. It's really just auras, very aggressive curve. We literally see 20 lands, 22 drops, and 21 drops, which is incredibly satisfying. One of the stronger cards in the deck is Optimistic Scavenger, 1 mana, 1/1. Whenever an enchantment you control enters, and whenever you fully unlock a room, you put a 1/1 counter on target creature. So with all these like auras, we can really just buff something up very, very strong. Like Ethereal Armor is one of the best auras we have in Standard. You enchant a creature, and the enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control and has first strike. Now for evasion in the deck list, there's 4 copies of Feather of Flight, where you enchant a creature, and when the aura enters, you draw a card, and the enchanted creature gets +1/+0 and has flying. But I think one of the cooler things is also the new Wonderweave Aerialist. It's a 2 mana 2/2 with Ward 2. And this creature has flying as long as it's modified. So that also helps you with the evasion that a deck like this is looking for when you're making something really, really big in power. Another card from Spider-Man that fits well in this is a Most Helpful Weaver. 2 mana Enchantment Saga, and the first chapter says create a 2/1 green spider creature token with reach. Second chapter, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Comes a legendary spider hero in addition to its other types. And the third chapter, which is very strong, target creature you control gains double strike until the end of turn. So if you have a really big creature, give it double strike. That is usually good enough to close out the game, especially if there's no blockers in the way. Speaking of no blockers in the way, we got 4 copies of Sheltered by Ghosts for removal, 4 copies of Seam Rip. Really just great white removal package in here, and they're all enchantments as well, so you really get that payoff. 4 copies of Sharp Mage's Rescue in order to protect your creatures, because, you know, removal is quite brutal for a deck like this where you're kind of going all in. Veteran Survivor I thought was a pretty interesting tech. 1 mana 2/1 with Survival. At the beginning of your second main phase, if this creature is tapped, exile 1 target card from a graveyard. As long as there are 3 or more cards, exile this creature, gets +2/+3 and has hexproof. So a little bit of graveyard hate in the main, and eventually hexproof can be really nice. And that's really what we're looking at. Very straightforward, yet super effective. Mono White Auras. What an absolute banger of a deck. I would have never considered building or playing something like this, but man, I think we have a great deck list on our hand here. So let's dive into the gameplay so you can check it out for yourself. Happy Halloween, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Fuck it, let's keep it. Fucking me ball, let's go. I kind of want to play one out, just because I'm greedy, but we'll see. The Terminus. Ooh, I can exile the Terminus. It's kind of tempting, I think. As you get it full, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. I'm just hitting it, like, that seems quite nice. I will hold on to this Sharp Mage Rescue for dear life right now, though. Trust. Trust. I will hold on to this forever. Lois? It's got flesh on it. Okay, I'm kind of lacking a land right now. I still think I have to play it safe, you know what I mean? We gotta be a little careful here. Nah, Maddox, there's not a way in hell, because this deck dies out if we don't have, like... Ooh. This deck dies out if we don't have a creature on the battlefield, right? Like, we're playing auras. Like, you have to play it a little bit safer, unfortunately. This is Eugene, dude. It's Eugene. Okay, going kind of nuts here with these scavengers. This is your enchantment deck. Feels a lot better with blue. Glimmer and Gremlin are insane tempo. Yeah, there was a blue-white aura deck that, or blue-white enchantments that did good at the Spotlight series. Isn't tapped off? Oh, let me get that online for y'all real quick. Hold on. I think I had to set up the extension again. Let me figure that out for you guys real quick. There we go. Should be working now. I think I may as well just play this out, probably. Looks like your model like Eugene. It does, doesn't it? It does. Very based. Very based. You have removal, question mark? Are they just cooked? I hope so. Okay. Like, I guess if they had removal, they still could have done something. But yeah. Alright, we're breaking the 2020 thing. Don't think there's much value in that. I think I'm thinking about going in with Cathar Commando. Maybe. Maybe. I don't think something like Feather Flight matters too much. Oh my, this deck is so clean, dude. This deck is so clean. So clean. No one drop, but we can try. Nah, you gotta believe. You gotta believe in the power of 20 lands. You gotta believe. Okay. Actually go to draw off the top there. You take it. You join the cube? Yeah, planning on. Just play the aerialist out. Yeah, we're playing some cube later for sure. I mean, starting off with some standard here first, but then, yeah, hell yeah, let's play some cube. Ooh, I like the ward on this, though. I like that this grows things. Maybe just keep the ward here, knowing I'm up against model back control. Probably like flash in a demi. Okay. I don't know what Bessie kept kind of hand. Feels like they kept 2 lands and just went on a prayer, but sure. Okay. Auto reply bot skill issue. Nah. You keep greedy hands because you have to modify too often. Yeah, I get that for sure, but you know. Mulligans are probably one of the more difficult things about Magic, for sure, I feel. I know for a fact sometimes, like, one of my biggest issues is that I keep hands that I should have never kept. Like, considering the matchup, considering what it presents, like, you know, I definitely am guilty of that. The Bookworm? Oh shit. Beginning of your end step, you may draw a card, you do discard a card, and that's permanent enter battlefield face down. Whoa. The heli? This cube? Nah, this is Chat, I'm just gonna cook here. Like, I could have swung with the airless and then tried to, like, you know, just with the Sharp Mage Rescue as a combat trick, but eh. You saw Bookworm, like, oh my god. Yeah, limited all-star. Yeah, I'm just flying over. Like, I'm just zooming right here. Okay, that's a little sad. Rip, bestie. Fine, though. I have another. Boom and boom. The pressure of this deck is kind of crazy. Like, it's so simple, yet so effective. Isn't it, like, a crazy budget as well? Or am I insane? Chat, like, I feel like the only rares in this deck are the Spiderman, Origins of Spiderman, and Spellbook Vendor. Like, this is budget as fuck. Wait, what the hell is that turning into? This is budget as fuck. Crazy budget. So they're playing Bookworm and Cavero. That's an interesting tech for sure. I like it. I like it. Very nice. Nothing crazy in there yet. You mean Origins of Legally Distinct Hero Spider-Mail? Yeah, sure. Sure, yeah. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's it. Legally Distinct Spider Dude. That's gonna block me though. That's gonna block me. I missed lethal. This is +2. Am I crazy? How'd I miss lethal? Block. This flies over. Deals, what, 6? Chat lethal? I'm pretty sure it is. Gotta be chat lethal. One counter on it. This is already a forced block. If I go on Veteran Survivor... No, I don't think I missed it either. Whichever war, if people say that and don't explain or get it wrong, they have permad. That would bring me a lot of satisfaction, yeah. It gains flying. Right. Bruh. Who gains flying? Like... This is Sharp Mage Rescue, bruh. Yeah, no, this is lethal for sure, but I'm talking about the previous, like, homie saying we missed lethal. The turn before this, which we absolutely didn't. Anyway, moving on. Another day. We're good. Cavero. Oh, that's the other one. Good Soul Flanker. Oh, we really don't have a lot of graveyard hate, do we? Well, I guess Veteran Survivor, sort of? Sort of? Nah, it's true anti-negative. They're kind of like using it like it's bingo. Like, bingo, miss lethal, and then explanation does not exist. I had to drag it out of them, and then I realized, oh shit, I was wrong. Rear Fox Bodyguard, is that T? Sure. It's okay though, like we all make mistakes, but you know, there's better ways to go about it and all. It's the only thing. Yeah, no, it's cool to not be right, but you know, it's the way you go about it. Classic chatter moment. We go veteran survivor. Well, yes. Well, yes. Having a good stream? Yeah, we're chilling. We're playing this really cool mono white aura deck. We looked at some awesome Avatar spoilers and you know, chilling. Oh. Sorcerer roll? I mean, that's kind of nice. Do I set that up in the scavenger? I do think that this deck could do with an additional land or two, and coming from me, that's crazy. Like, you know, when I'm talking about adding lands into a deck, you know something's not right. I never say add lands. I always say take lands out. But I don't know. Very often I'd be like, oh, if I just had a third land here, I was gonna be pretty happy with that. But I swear, this is on shuffle, but we're having back-to-back Lady Gaga bangers, which I'm not against. Yeah, I guess you can't ruin the 2020, that's for sure. You can't do that. You cannot ruin the balance. The balance must be respected. This is the substance. I need to rewatch that. No, spellbook vendor. Tough. I don't know, like scavenger plus ethereal armor, maybe? No, I know, right? Like, I know I'm not the same person anymore. I'm asking for lands here. Halloween Substance movie night on Discord. Oh yeah, we could do that for sure. We could do that for sure. Okay, fortunately no Cavero target in there, really. Huh. Right. Right. Imagine if I had land drops. I'm just saying. Life could be different. Bucket sheltered. Yo, Helena, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's just been, yeah. The rent had to be done, like... The rent had to be done. Let's hope Wizard of the Coast doesn't shoot the messenger, but also, you guys gotta fucking change your shit. Seriously. It's not right. Asking for lands. Ian was playing Control a few days ago. Good point. I'm not the same anymore. I've been abducted by aliens. Ivaro, okay. Ivaro is gonna turn it into Overlord. Oh shit! They're trying to give for more, I guess. Oh, I see Bringer. Ah. Uh oh, start panicking. Start panicking, everybody. I wish I had this. Nar. I know. I'm gonna get cooked right now. I don't think they would. I don't think they would. Don't get me wrong, but you know. All right, bring it on, I guess. I think this game was very winnable with some more mana. But yeah, the balance, I guess. Ooh. Yeah, it's kind of too ridiculous for me, Chief. Give me some of those. I know. Yeah, I just feel like in this deck, like, you know, being able to like dump your hand on curve is just really good, so... Veteran Survivor? That's a vibe. Yeah, I would have probably built up with 22 lands, but, you know, the 20 lands, 20, like, 1-drops and 22 drops is classy as fuck. Like, you can't even go around that. Like, it is really nice. Very satisfying, so, you know. We respect it. We respect it for sure. Okay. Bookworm is here. This 1+0 flying. Makes me want to put like Feather Flight on it. I also like setting up the vendor for this thing. Ooh. Once again, imagine a land if we could do it on boom and immediately, you know, the best lives. I mean, I could hit a land here still, right? So let's see. I'm crying. Okay. Yeah, I'll do like Shelter by Ghosts on the Bookworm or something. Oh god. We're gonna get them Overlord of the Bilmerk. Please don't put the thingy in there, bruh. Okay. I could go Ethereal Armor on here and then hold Shard Mage Rescue. I could just remove that permanently. We play more than 2 lands. Well, yes, we should. We should technically, but thank everything for the Survivor, at least exiling that Bringer. It's gonna get rid of Survivor, aren't they? Okay. Rip SD. At least I got rid of the Bringer, so that's something, right? Hey, look at me now. Ooh. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna hold a Bessie Aven Interrupter here. Just in case they, like, mill a Bringer here. Okay. Yeah, it's got Word 4 on there now. We're chilling hard with this thing. Worth stopping, question mark? I mean, I think that we stop it to go for lethal, probably. Yeah, we don't care about the Bookworm. Okay, we should win in the air here. Let's go, chat. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ooh, another Ethereal Armor. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Look at that. All right. We take it, guys. Could bring yourself to add lands. I am staying true to the deck, how it got, like, 5th place in the tournament, so... I'm staying true to the vibes, the 20, the perfect ratio, the respecting the balance. I'm respecting it. Let's play this banger. Yeah, it hits different. I find it so satisfying. Oh. Coming off strong with a Bolt Wave. Guevara reminds you of Corbeau from the Rust Syndicate. That's low-key an insult to Corbeau. That's Corbeau slander. Oh, okay. Boros Charm. We gotta be fast, I guess. Alright. The Sonic Peach Ring flavor? G Fuel? No, I haven't tried it. Yes, what if I think in a corner? Of course. I don't know why. It always is disappearing. Let me get it set up for you real quick. That is not... that is not... How about this? There we go. You got it. Alright, let's give this opponent a nice surprise. Here comes a legendary spider hero. What the hell? Sure. Do I just go crazy, go stupid here? Or do we surprise them with that later on? I do like the idea of just going ethereal armor here, though. So how did that work again? So you make something a legendary spider hero. So is that gonna fuck me up if I turn that into a spider hero? But then is it... Yeah, like I can make the veteran survivor one, right? And then it doesn't die to the legendary rule. Jesus, you really just have to swing with everything, huh? God damn. Okay, what the hell? You can get double strike. You can become a spider hero. You can get this, I think. Okay, so that's doing pretty good. I think we should have lethal here. Because in classic fashion, the mono red player can only click attack all and instead of thinking, hey, I might lose the race. That doesn't exist. Swing first, think later. The red aggro way. Yeah. Classic. Never stop swinging. We need like a bunch of pillows with like embroidery of these like quotes on there. Blocking is for nerds. Yeah, that could get on there too. I need to start a merch shop of MTG houseware with quotes on there. I'm gonna design a custom candle for red aggro players that smells like, I don't know, like fire and dirt. and losing. Attack only. Yeah. Instead of live, laugh, yeah. Live, laugh, love. Draw, island, go, yeah. Honestly, not even the worst idea. Your mono red candle, just a block of wood. I don't know if we need that many shard mage rescues. Like, I think our things are gonna grow pretty well already. I think I like it like this. I mean, I guess Werewolf's Bodyguard seems like a nice include too. We kind of need all the removal we can get, surely. Veteran Survivor may be a bit sussy, but... let's try it like this. Honestly, keep. Chat, 3 lands? What the hell? Is this real? Is this real? I think this is gonna die immediately, but we'll see. Gotta try. Trying. The Jesus Scandals with its Monastery Swift Spear. Right, for standard, it gotta be Higher Claw. It's like the... I think Higher Claw is one of the best, the highest win rate opening hand cards in standard, I believe. If you have a Higher Claw in your opening hand, your win rate skyrockets. Classic. We petrify Slickshot. I mean, I'd like doing that to Karen as well, but I know this thing is just gonna get out of hand for real, so, you know, you gotta try. Shit, another Hide Claw. It's kind of tough. 2 Higher Claws. Oh shit, jump scare. Jump scare for real. I guess we'll just set up most helpful Weaver, because at least I have a blocker then. I always have more than one somehow. Yeah, like the amount of times I've seen my opponents just like dump 3 Higher Claws by turn 3 is crazy. Yeah, sure. Happens a lot more often than you think, for real. Okay. Fixing that. Okay, I think I have to take that because the Higher Claws are that scary. I fear I missed out on that, but let's see if we can grow it a little. It's not huge though. 6/5, not bad, I guess. Fugitive Codebreaker. Well, I still think that card is really insane. You know. That's just weird. Chat, what is this? What could attack into a 6/5 First Striker? I mean, fuck you. I don't know what this is, but I'm not afraid. Let's see. Four-2 Angel? Okay. Y'all, right. So I guess they didn't have it. Sure. I mean, I'm not mad at that. It's a decent curve, you know what I mean? It's decent. 2 lands, you know, we're comfortable with that. And let's hope for the best. Mono red aggro again. Okay. Alright, alright. Mono red aggro type day. It's chat. I'm thinking, why the fuck am I seeing so much Slickshot show off? And then my dumbass remembers. Oh yeah. Right. Big tournament, I guess. Big tournament. That'll do it. That'll do it. No, we're good, thank you. I guess we got a vibe. I almost feel like I want to stop the slick shot from going crazy. We'll see how that plays out though. Hard casting Leyline. I mean, it's kind of trenches, but okay. Kind of trenches. Yo, Soto, thank you for the 3 months. Add frog in a sideboard for good luck, for good vibes, yeah. So we have prowess meta after our VV ban. No, I think my honest take on it is that I really agree with what Reduke says. I think if you play 1,000 games with this Leyline of Resonance deck, you have a negative win rate. But I think because it's such a high risk, high reward deck, it's kind of like the ultimate tournament deck list where, you know, if you have a good day, if you are high rolling, this is probably the deck you can high roll the most with and get the most reward out of, right? Because nothing really beats a double Leyline of Resonance and a couple of spells, right? So I think that's really why this deck did so good, why it ended up winning the Spotlight series. You have to run hot, but if you do run hot, you win a lot. But over 1,000 games, you're not going to run hot all the time, and then it becomes a lot more, you know, normal and like, you know, like I said it during like the viewing party too. It reminds me a lot of like Bogles in like Pioneer, where it's not all that strong, but if you have a great day and you perfectly curve out, there's barely any decks that can stop you. Let's go like this. Yeah, luck is absolutely a tournament strategy, right? Like sometimes the deck with the highest like high roll potential can be the absolute best decks to play in a tournament. But it doesn't mean that on average they will work out, you know, as good as they did that one time. So it's an absolute beautiful, like great tournament deck list. I also still feel like when I watch the finals, I also still feel like that Vivi player, like Heike, misplayed in that like the second match, because like what the hell was that attack? I still can't fathom that for some reason the Vivi player really thought that they could race Leyline red. Like, I don't know. Like at that point, you should be doing the math and knowing that like with 3 combat tricks you're dead. Like, why would you risk that? No, I don't think that the game 1 with the triple Vivi, I don't think that was wrong. I think because at the end of the day, right, like at the end of that game 1, all of those 3 Vivis in the graveyard were utilized. Like it wasn't as if one Vivi went to waste. But game 2, like the FOMO swings, I thought were really weird. I did not think the FOMO swings made a lot of sense, seriously, because it's like, you're not racing Leyline red as Vivi. Like, what is 2 points of chip damage going to do in the long run when you know your opponent can just high roll a win? Like, that's what that deck's all about, right? Like, a full board doesn't give trample or anything. Like, it's not a monstrous rage. Like, it's not as if blocking doesn't work against Leyline red. Thank God rage is banned. But yeah, I thought it was kind of strange. I don't know, maybe like their hand was completely different, and like perhaps if we had knowledge of their hand, maybe we would have figured out that like, you know, they really needed a creature on the battlefield and they couldn't afford to like trade it off to survive. So I guess that's information we'll never have. It'd have to have been a situation like that. Like the only logical reason I could see you throwing away your game like that instead of holding back with a blocker is that you really just had one creature in hand or something and you needed it on the battlefield. Ooh, I'm really tempted to keep this. I'm gonna try. So it'd have to have been something like that, but it feels very strange, and like from our perspective, from the viewer's perspective, that would happen, you know? Have you seen Rip It? Boy, I really do hope I can find the land, though. It was like the final game of a tournament. Yeah, like it was over in like 5 seconds, because like, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I think it's more like a thing where if you are in the other player's seat, like it kind of makes more sense, but I don't know, obviously like fatigue and stuff can also be like a really big part of it and all that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna grab that ley line. Yeah, no, like I watched a couple of games back from the Leyline red player, and like I'm pretty sure they had double Leyline like multiple games. Like they just ran hot the whole tournament. So yeah. It's okay, you know. Okay, well, chat will take it. Like like I said, in the long run, I don't think it does much, but yeah. That's what Leyline do. That's how the Leyline be. And simultaneously, you can run incredibly not hot too by constantly having your Leyline be like your 8th card or something. Like, I think Reed said it as well, like the difference in winning and losing when the Leyline is your 7th or your 8th card is like massive, you know? So yeah, it's truly not a bad thing that the Leyline deck becomes popular again, because like you kind of don't have to give a fuck really. All right, let's try. Yeah, we're definitely doing some powered cube later. I'm excited to dive into that as well. It would be my first time drafting a vintage cube, y'all. I've never done that before, so the power will be mine. But I'm pretty sure, I think it's like quite, you know, obvious, right? Like I think it's just like, you know, any Moxen are crazy, any like Rem pieces, like Rem artifacts are insane, and the power 9 is a hell yeah most of the time. We'll see. We'll see. I'm excited though. I'm gonna like spread out the power here. I need a land, I fear. You played a turn 1 Uro with Moxen earlier. Oh shit. 1 snatch power, 2 profit. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that like, I don't know, I feel like I heard somewhere that, you know, synergy still also does matter a lot though, right? Like having like synergies also is still really important. It's not just like grab powerful cards and win, but there are still definitely some like synergies that matter. I don't know, I'm excited. It will be a fun thing. Can I win here? Like, is this a turn... Chat, was that a turn 3 win? Hold on a second, because I would have had an additional 3 power there. So then we have 4, 8. Dude. That was a turn 3 win, wasn't it? Or was it turn 4? I don't know. I don't know. With us missing the land drops, what's real? It was turn 4? Okay. I was like, did I miss my lands? Yeah. Could have been turn 3 if you had more mana, though. Anyway. White weenies. And the most budget shit out there, too. Well, the downside to winning so fast is that now I have no clue what we're up against. We're seeing banned lands. They haven't really played anything up until turn 3, so I'm expecting control vibes. You know, I'm expecting control vibes. Maybe some, like, enchantments and stuff. Just win on turn 3 again, don't need to know. You know, good point. Good point. Let me try like this. I do like this card. I think I will try. 3 lands as well. Like, who's stopping us? Okay. How much does it cost in paper? $20. I want to say less than that. Let me check. It's sending me to TCG player. Hold on a second. It flopped. Let me get the bestie down here. Oh, shelter. Oh, maybe sheltered is expensive. Yeah, sheltered is probably what makes it like a little bit costly in comparison. I'll shove it on Moxfield anyway. Let me just import it real quick and then I'll see the number. Sheldon and Aven Interrupter put you closer to $40. True. I guess Aven Interrupter. I mean, Aven Interrupter is like sideboard. A couple, 2 off in a sideboard, but yeah. Alright, having a look here. Let's see. Moxfield. It's definitely super budget on Arena, but... budget... What is this opponent on? Like, 4 cooler stuff? Sorry, Bess, you didn't mean to rope you. I'm just trying to scope out how expensive my shit is. That's 1 VV. This deck costs 1 VV. For the small price of 1 VV, you can have an entire mono white aura deck list. Oh shit. Okay. Right. I can try again, I guess. 1 VV or an entire mono white boy. VV's 26 now by someone who just sold all their cards. Yeah, so this deck according to Moxfield, goes for 42 euros and 51 cents. I don't know if that's like the cheapest versions of cards, but let's see. Few options, price. Include price. All right, you're being a bully here, bestie, for real. Give me my shit back. 3rd time's the charm. Seriously. I think it must be like a Ben Eugene deck or something, yeah. So let's see, what are the most expensive cards in here? 4 copies of Spellbook Vendor is a total of €1.50. 4 Sheltered by Ghost goes for 12 euros. I think that's the most expensive thing in here. 4 Shelter, 12 euros. I guess it gave me a very expensive version of the Spectacular Spiderman for 10 bucks in the sideboard. The Ademies in the side, you know, like flesh it in, protect your board. That one is 5 euros a piece. And then Aven Interrupter is like 3.50. So that's kind of like why the deck becomes in the like 40 euro range instead of in the 20 euro range. But seriously, like if you wanted to, I just cut those like Ademies from the side and find something else. 3.50. Yeah, about 3.50. Anyway. The Secret Lair Plains. Well, yes. Well, yes. Ultima. How about hell no? How about hell no, bestie? Nice try, though. For real. I think we just win here, right? Yo, chat 5-0. Easy peasy. Clean, fast games. We're chilling. Like, this deck is really nice. You better be banning. Okay. You better. Probably gonna set up Spellbook Vendor, I guess. This is red aggro again? Okay. You better believe it. I would like to go Ethereal Armor too, but we'll see. No removal and response? Okay. No removal and response? Okay. It's crazy how fast this stuff can go. No, we don't need that. Yeah, I think you could do that, Maddox, for sure. You don't have to spend a rare on Spellbook Vendor like that, I think. I think the Fear of Surveillance is okay, too. Well, we won on turn 3. Not sure what they're playing. What's their rank at? It's like a 95 or something. They don't have logos in front of it for me. They may just be something like random encounter. Is it actually skilling? Yes. Yeah, I think they're probably playing something a little strange. Kona. Oh hell. Oh hell, oh brother. Does the rank matter much? It only matters if you're trying to get either play-in points or top 250 so you could get qualified immediately. If you don't give a shit about either of those, it does not matter if you're top 500 or 20% mythic. Like, it's really all about, if you care about the rewards for being there, then yes, it matters. But if not, no. Okay, so we have a battle crier pile. All right. Yeah, there's definitely a good amount of gamers that, like, they're very low in percent mythic and are just, if I can just net deck the VV deck, then maybe I can get myself to a higher mythic rank. But little do they know that despite VV being powerful as fuck, it is also incredibly difficult to play, and that's usually where those type of people go wrong, because VV is not easy. VV may be strong, but it's definitely one of those decks that, like, it's so incredibly strong because the better player you are, the better you compile the deck, the more you're gonna win. VV in the hands of a good player is fucking lethal. VV in the hands of somebody that doesn't really know what they're doing in the first place, not that threatening, so... Definitely a good amount of arena players that don't really utilize VV perfectly, so to say. What are we doing here? Ooh, Dragonhawk. Ooh, that's scary as fuck. Ahaha. Evil Patrick, thank you for the 8 months. Chat, what the hell? What the hell? What the helly? I could just lose here. The best way of getting better besides grinding long hours. I mean, practice is always a good thing, but you can also, like, you know, consume articles, watch videos, streams, tournaments. Like, I mean, tournaments depends, I guess, because sometimes if you don't really have the player's perspective, it's kind of hard to see what kind of decisions they're making. Like, you do have to see the hands and figure out why are they playing this over that, but... I also think there's a lot of value in analyzing your own games, right? Like, what you could do is you could just be recording your games and watching them back and be like, what could I have done differently here based on, like, what my opponent has played? And asking yourself, like, the questions that are really important to ask during a competitive game of Magic. Like, did I read their hand well? Like, did I sequence my turn right? Should I have been more aggressive? Did I keep a right opening hand? I mean, these are all questions that you can be asking yourself in every single game. I'm dead as fuck, I think. I'm not living. I think I'm taking 10 exactly. I also could have maybe done Feather or Flight and gone over it, but nah. We stopped playing VV after Orlando. We haven't gotten a qualification for the RC yet, and now I'm having second thoughts about my commitment to Red. Yeah, I get that. I mean, my advice, if you want to, like, fucking qualify for the RC or just win in general, my advice is still just play VV. Like, just take advantage of it. If you have the deck, like... It's Battle Crier, interesting. Battle Crier. Maybe I'm better off with Petrify, actually. Yeah, probably better off with that, I think. Have you tried starting each game with 2 ley lines on the battlefield? Yeah, for real. I heard that works wonders. Pretty good strategy for sure, for sure. Okay. Mark the ley lines. A little bit of help as a treat. A little bit of help, a little bit of assistance. Maybe just Spellbook Vendor here then, first. Just draw better. Just draw better. Easy. No fire magic, please. That works. So let's go Sheltered by Ghost. Let's grab the Battle Crier, and then kind of tempted to just go Ethereal Armor because it boosts it up by a lot more, and I like that. I like how simple it is. It's so straightforward yet like so effective. It's really nice, very satisfying. I'm vibing. Ooh, the fire magic there? Yeah, we gotta dodge that for sure. Let's pay 1 here, get that going. I think I hold up Aven Interrupter here. Sometimes less is more. Nah, it's true, it's true. Look at us, 32 life as well, 7/6 flyer. Ward 4. Scries upon attacking, lifelink, first strike. Mono green can attest, yeah. 3, 5, 7. I mean, that doesn't win or lose me the game right now. I'm just worried about things that... Yeah, that's got reach on it, so we'll counter that. And win. Let's go! I love it. Like, it's doing so good, chat, for real.